In the warm suburbs of Portland, Oregon, lived Rachel Morgan, a 38-year-old woman known for her sharp wit, elegant style, and compassionate spirit. Rachel worked as a graphic designer for a local firm, but more importantly, she was the glue that held her small family together. She lived in a cozy 2-story home not far from her sister, Emily, and Emily's 12-year-old son, Jack. Rachel had always been close to Jack. As his fun-loving aunt, she filled the space in his life that felt different from his parents'. Someone who could both guide him and share in the little joys of childhood without judgment. One Saturday afternoon, Rachel sat in her living room, enjoying a rare quiet moment. She had dug out a box from her attic filled with her old childhood keepsakes, things she hadn't looked at in years. Among them was her beloved wooden train set that her late father had given her when she was just a girl. Rachel gently placed the small toy cars onto the track, moving them around with a nostalgic smile. She wasn't playing in the way a child might. Rather, she was remembering, connecting with a part of herself she hadn't visited in decades. Just then, the front door creaked open. Jack had let himself in as he often did, carrying a backpack and a soccer ball tucked under his arm. "Aunt Rachel?" he called. When he stepped into the living room, his eyes widened in surprise. "Are you playing with a toy?" he asked, half teasing, half curious. Rachel laughed, her cheeks warming slightly. "Caught red-handed," she admitted. "But this isn't just any toy, Jack. This belonged to my dad. Your grandpa. He gave it to me when I was about your age. I haven't seen it in years." Jack set down his bag and came closer, intrigued. "Wow, it looks old but really cool. Grandpa gave that to you?" Rachel nodded. "He did. And I used to spend hours making little worlds with it. Every time I played with it, it made me feel safe, like Dad was right there with me. Sometimes toys aren't just toys, they're pieces of memory." For the first time, Jack sat down beside her, fascinated. He picked up one of the small wooden cars and rolled it along the track. "I never met Grandpa, but this feels like him, doesn't it?" he said softly. Rachel felt a lump in her throat. She hadn't expected the moment to feel so emotional. "Yes," she whispered. "In a way it does." The two of them spent the afternoon building tracks, talking about family, and sharing laughter. Jack asked Rachel questions about her childhood, about the kind of person his grandfather was, about the silly stories Rachel remembered. She answered every one, painting vivid pictures that made Jack feel connected to a man he had never met. Later, Emily came by to pick up her son. When she saw them on the floor, smiling and surrounded by toy pieces, she paused at the doorway with tears in her eyes. "Looks like you two are building more than a train track," she said softly. Rachel smiled. "We're building memories," she replied. From that day on, the wooden train set became a tradition. Whenever Jack visited his aunt, they would take it out and play. Not because it was a toy, but because it was a bridge between generations, between past and present, between memory and love. Rachel realized that what began as a simple moment of nostalgia had turned into a powerful reminder. Sometimes, revealing the past, the parts of ourselves we think are silly or forgotten, can become the most meaningful gift we share with the people we love. And in that moment, Rachel knew she hadn't just shared a toy with her nephew. She had given him a piece of their family's story, a truth about where they came from, and a connection he would carry into his own future.